We're live. We're live. Coming to you live on all social media platforms right now, but only for right now, because we're going straight over to Pilled, because this is what I do now. All right. And I hope you guys join me. We're going to finish up this Terrance Howard, Joe Rogan experience. It's been very interesting thus far, I will say. I've been enjoying it. It's I don't want to say it's educational, but it's thought provoking.
See, that's what I wanted to hear from you.
Yeah.
It gets you to think, which is why I was trying to tell you I wasn't prepared because I still got to understand and digest everything that was said.
You won't understand it, bro, unless you take a bunch of acid and mushrooms. That's the only way.
No, I can understand it.
Some of it I got. Like when he was talking about the ether and
Uh-huh.
things being connected,
Uh-huh.
that I identify with because, I got my own personal beliefs about, like a collective consciousness type thing on
Sure.
like a spiritual. Yeah. So I have my own thoughts about that I don't share because I don't want people to think that I'm Terrance Howard. By the way, that's the new term I'm using. Instead of calling people insane and crazy, I'm going to say, bro, you Terrance Howard as hell. That's what I'm going to say.
Dude, you didn't add this to any of the truth pages.
Oh, add it. Go ahead. Sorry. I forget which ones is the ones to do it.
Okay. Well,
yes. So you got to add it.
Okay, done.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying now. From now on, when somebody's insane or crazy, I'm like, bro, don't talk to that dude, bro. He Terrance Howard as hell, bro.
Yeah,
New
I'm
term.
not jiving with that one, but
I like it.
Terrance Howard, he is saying a lot of crazy. I don't want to say crazy as in everybody needs to discredit it, but I want you to digest it and try to understand it because I think there is some details that we really need to be paying attention to what he's saying.
Well, yeah, some of them, yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie, it was real cool to see his whole bubble thing. The space in between the bubbles.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. But then he started to lose me, right? Because he started talking about recreating Saturn, right? Which
Yes.
is where we left off. Which, okay, if all of his theories are correct, because what he is essentially saying is that through the space in these bubbles, you can find out which element it is that is creating whatever it is, because it's the space between the bubbles and the bonds, right? So essentially, he would be able to tell us what Saturn's composition is, because he figured out how to create Saturn using just the space in between the bubbles. And that way, which elements they are. So you can essentially tell me what what molecules, what elements Saturn is made up of.
Well, I think anybody can really say that at this point.
I
Can't we?
disagree, though.
We know it's a gas.
Okay. But here's the thing.
So if we can't say what it's made of, how do we know it's gas?
Well, here's the thing. Right? What if there are elements that we do not know about that exist over there that look like the exact same elements that we have here by the shape?
Yeah, but
See what I'm saying?
that's straw man argument, man. Like,
I mean, all of it's
when
a
we're
straw man
saying
argument.
that, when the founding fathers, or well, not founding fathers, prior to founding fathers, long before, when they found gold or silver, did they know what gold was versus silver, or did they just think that it was
Yes.
a different color of the same product, same thing?
They knew it was different.
Initially, they thought they were the same thing.
No, they didn't.
There's no way.
You're
There's
talking about
no way.
America?
Huh?
Are you talking about America? Because
No.
the
Gold
people
and
way back
silver.
in the day,
Gold and silver, when it was discovered in the very beginning,
how far back are you talking about?
when it was discovered?
Where way back
Yes,
you talking?
correct.
No, there's no documentation to support that claim that you're making, bro.
How would you? So they just assumed, oh, it's different.
Yeah, 100%.
That's very
Silver is
close-minded to think that we.
silver and gold. They just look different,
Okay,
even in their
then
raw form.
what's white gold? Is white gold real?
I mean, it's modified.
White gold is modified.
Yeah, you can't just go out and find white gold.
Okay, so how did we discover that? Let's take this a different direction then.
Okay.
Platinum and silver.
Okay. Platinum's way harder.
But do you know that when you discover it initially?
Of course you do. Silver is very soft.
Depends on how much you find of it, because it's not soft. Like, you can't crush it with your hand.
But if you heat it up, it's way easier
I
to
get
work
that.
in.
But when you first discover it, you're gonna think it's the same. Is the
No,
point that I'm saying.
I
Is
wouldn't.
if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, you're gonna say
It's
it's
an
a duck
ostrich.
until you say it's a different animal.
Look, all I'm saying is that my man said he created Saturn, bro. That's all
Well,
I'm saying.
that's a
Without
different
gravity.
that's a
I
different
created
topic.
Saturn without gravity.
You're trying to tell me that we have to know every little thing about this planet. We can't say,
No,
"Hey, we think this planet is made of what the planet is made of these things," but until we actually go through and dissect the whole thing, there's a possibility it's made of different things that look like
that's
what we
all I'm
already know.
saying. That's all I'm saying is that with his logic of what he's saying, he would be able, using his logic, not Cash logic, using his logic, he should be able to tell me everything that is on that makes up Saturn because he
Okay,
recreated it
because he recreated it. I
and
get
through
that.
his science. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
I wasn't
But-
connecting those dots because he
right.
said we recreated it. We should know everything.
It-
Okay, I get that part.
yes, that's
Sure.
all I'm saying. That's it. That is all.
That's all
sir.
right. Can he just recreate Earth? Because I really want to leave the idiots here and just go to the other one.
Yo, but here's another funny thing that this man said, bro. Oh, by the way, I was shattering his theory about the whole sun giving birth to the planets. I was shattering that because I listened to him. I was letting him talk, and I'm listening, and then I start thinking about everything that I've learned over the years, about the sky, about space, right?
Okay.
About the planetary bodies. And I listened to all of his logic behind why he would say this, right?
Okay.
This is the easiest thing to shatter because he said right now that once Mercury moves into the Goldilocks zone, it will be like Earth. Venus is going to inhabit it next, right? And Mars.
Yeah.
But then this is where he slipped. He said, right now, Mercury, where it's at, because of the pressure, it's like this. So it's not allowing all the irons and everything that all the chemical makeup or the compounds that are there to come forth like how they did in Earth because it hasn't expanded yet. Because it's going to expand.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Major flaw.
Okay.
Major
Tell me
flaw.
why. I'm intrigued because he's not the first person to say this.
Okay. Number one. With Mercury being that close to the sun, there's zero chance of it having water. Zero chance.
Yeah, but where did he say it had water?
He said it's going to become Earth, bro.
So
that's what he said.
they-
He said it's going to expand. Right now, it can't expand. It's under a high pressure, so it can't expand yet and release everything that's in it. Right? So, major flaw just with that planet, number one. Number two, Mars is smaller than Earth.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, so if the planets expand coming out like he says, how come Mars has gotten smaller? Because it would have to have been bigger using his logic. And then you have Saturn, and then you have Jupiter, and then you have Neptune, and you have Uranus.
They
and you have
vary
all
in
these...
different sizes.
Exactly.
Let me. Here's
fatal flaw in his theory,
no,
bro.
it's not.
It is with
If
his logic, not with the way you're
No,
going to interpret it, with what he said. Fatal flaw.
How I interpreted it is anything that is producing something else. Not everything is the same size all the time. Let's take chickens and eggs, for example.
Right.
Chickens are born, for anybody that doesn't know, with the exact amount of eggs that they will have in their lifetime.
Yes.
They produce majority of them within the first 3 years. They have a little bit left for the rest of their life after that.
That's all females. Everything that is a female has the exact number of eggs that it's going to have within its body.
I didn't know it was all, but okay.
All females.
So when it comes to the situation we have with planets, I just envisioned, you're going to have variance, just like we have in anything that is producing something else. Now, it's not always the same.
Okay.
And that's where I didn't question any of it, because anything that is producing something else always has variance.
Okay, well, again,
I'm not saying, and
I'm only going with what he said. I understand
you're taking
logic.
it literally.
I'm going off of teriology, sir.
You're taking it literally.
No, I'm going at,
Because
bro.
you
If you
just
would have
said
been here with us, if
Mercury
you would have
can't
been
turn
here
into
with
Earth
us,
because it doesn't have water. He didn't say Mercury
he
was going to have
did.
water.
Okay, bro. He said when it moves into the Goldilocks zone, there will be another type of humanoid.
Yeah, there can be.
There's no building block of life on Mercury. How will there be a humanoid?
How can you say that
There's
when
no
you
water. It's, bro, come on. You're not going to do this right now, Casey. As close as it is to the sun, there is no moisture. Zero moisture on
I
Mercury, bro. It is a ball of iron, bro.
I, I don't disagree, but let's take your logic about Saturn.
Okay,
So when it comes to Saturn,
right?
he created Saturn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he must know what Saturn is created with.
Using his
But
logic, yes.
you said we don't know what Saturn's made of because it could be made out of something that we don't know. And that could be the same with Mercury.
Okay, again, not disputing that. You are 100% correct. What I'm saying is, knowing everything that we know about heat and water, okay, that's it. That's it. There is no science needed. None. There's no water on Mercury, bro. There is zero chance that there is water on Mercury. Zero.
I don't disagree with that. I'm
That's
just
all I'm
saying,
saying, bro.
maybe we can form a different lifespan and that we live off of dust and
Water
iron
is the building block of life.
only because we're living on 80% water of a planet. Maybe
And
if we
there is
move to the desert,
zero evidence of any other life forms in the known universe thus far that is remotely, not even a damn parasite, that does not need water, bro. Right or wrong?
as we know it today, yes.
All right. Well, then, knowing what we know today, there will not be any humanoids on Mercury if they came to the Goldilocks zone. That's
And
all
if
I'm
we were
saying.
to go back
Terrence
to
Howard has went
1800,
down. He's gone down this really, really deep rabbit hole, bro, that he created. Like, it's not even a rabbit hole, it's a Terrence hole. He created his own hole, bro. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. Going down the Terrence hole, bro. That's it. There's not a rabbit hole, it's not a foxhole, it's a Terrence hole. He dug it, and it's actually a grave because now he has lost all credibility and it is dead. It's just dead, bro. That's it.
let's spin off of this. Hey guys, we got what? Let's say 8 minutes. We're gonna cut the stream. We're gonna jump over. By the way, Cash, I just realized today because Jimmy Dore just did this. Shout out to Jimmy Dore for having Dave Smith on tonight. That was a great show. But we got to come up with a screen that we put up, like a little thing to cover the screen to say we're transitioning to this platform.
Yes.
So I'll create that. I'll put it that hey, we're all moving over to Pilled. We'll put that up and then we'll end the stream. That will be coming.
I'm also creating a commercial. I'm gonna create a commercial for Pilled.net. So when I do that, if you guys could be so kind as to share it for me, I would appreciate it to let as many people know about Pilled as possible.
Gorilla says in the comments on Pilled, it's a T-hole.
Yes.
So I got a question for you, Cash.
What's up?
I'm curious, and if you believe in this, because multiple people have said this, and this kind of goes into your theory, what you were talking about, how everything is so compressed, and then as it gets away, it expands, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is, and he explains this in the podcast. I don't know if you want to wait. Do you want to wait until we get to this and talk about it?
Well, no, we could talk about it now before we pull up the video, but I just don't want to pull the video up because YouTube's a bunch of fuckers. So excuse my language.
No, YouTube deserves it. So when it comes to life outside of Earth, it is being explained that if we were to live outside of Earth, our bodies will mutate as we are outside of Earth longer. Well, as time passes of us not returning to Earth. And a lot of that is with expansion. So we would lose color in our skin. We'd become more gray and our eyes would get bigger and certain extremities would get bigger. What are your thoughts on that being a thing when you are in the outer space?
I call bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. Because, okay, first off, you would not be able to survive in space without some type of human ingenuity to make your living situation be comparable to Earth.
If you were in an astronaut suit,
Yes.
you still will go through that change.
You'd become dead. That's what would happen.
Why?
Well, your body's not going to function the way that it's supposed to. If there is no gravity, right? If there's no gravity outside of here,
Is it
and
gravity or is it electricity?
gravity,
Okay.
gravity. Okay, you could call it electricity because, according to Terrance Howard, gravity is the effect of electricity. Okay, we'll go with that, right? But when you put yourself outside of that, right? Your body would end up probably, I would assume, getting like blood clots. You wouldn't last long without some form of like treadmills or something to, like how they do the little, you got to have that thing spinning around to create the force of gravity a little bit, like a gravity effect, because your
Okay.
body is not designed to operate outside of its, here, right here. This is designed perfectly for us. You put us anywhere else in the universe that does not have the same gravity or the effect of gravity that we have here, and you're going to end up just dying. Your body's going to fail you because it's not in its proper habitat. It's like taking a fish and throwing it into oxygen solely with no water, you know what I'm saying? And then giving it just a little mist here and there. The fish is going to eventually die, because it's
So,
not in its natural habitat.
but if we have human intervention to where we have these suits that help protect the human body from it, don't you
Mhm.
think that there might be a happy medium in there?
No,
None?
no. The suit will help you breathe and oxygen, put oxygen in your blood and all of
Mhm.
that, with air and those things, but you still have to create the gravity effect, because if
Okay.
not, your body, your blood is not going to move properly through its stream, through the
Mhm.
it's not going to function correctly.
Right. The gravity is the interesting thing that has always pulled me away from what we're told about space. Like if you
Haha, it's
watch,
funny. It should pull you to it.
right, that's what I laugh about is when you see people jumping on the moon and it's like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to come back down if you're in space. Just that is the one thing that I was like, between the flag flying and then perfectly, by the way, and then someone jumping, like if that's the case, how are you coming back down if there's no gravity? You should just be going up like forever. You should never come back down.
Shout out to Gorilla for the 200 gold pills. Appreciate you, bro. Um,
Um,
yeah, bro. I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is the T hole is it's very dark. Okay, it's very dark and it's filled with things that no one's ever, sat and thought about for too long because they understood that they were fucking wrong. And now, now since teriology has come along, people were giving, like, now you want to know something? You want to know something, bro? This is the God's honest truth. You know how I love my conspiracies and I love talking about like hollow earth and flat earth and all of that. I am completely opposed to flat earth now. completely. Completely. I disagree.
I want to know why now. I want to know
because
why. Did
because bro,
the T hole convinced you that flat Earth doesn't exist?
it's not that it doesn't exist. It makes more sense for it to be, round. That's all. It just makes more sense. I'm just using logic. All right. I want to believe that the earth is flat or hollow. I really do. I want to believe either one of those things more than I want to believe in the globe earth. But logically, and thinking about it, he made me think about everything that I've learned about space, So in pondering this yesterday, I'm like, oh fuck, man. I'm not even entertaining flat earth anymore.
E-
There's no
Everybody,
point.
please say some prayers for Cash. He's going through a rebirth here. He is
No, it's not a
actually
rebirth.
understanding.
He literally took the fun out of one of my conspiracies. Flat Earth is the funnest conspiracy ever. And now he took the whole fun out of it, bro. Took the
Don't
whole
worry.
fun out of it.
Don't worry. I still love the flat Earth conspiracy theory.
I still like
I
to watch the
enjoy it.
videos, but
It is
it's just
so much
not fun
fun.
anymore because now I just know that it's wrong. I just know it. I can't explain exactly how. I just know it. It's just wrong. The earth is not flat. It is not.
Oh,
It's just not. It could be hollow, And that was another thing he
eh.
got to talking about. That was another thing he got to talking about. He said that the earth is not does not have a core.
Yes, he did say that. Yes. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I need to know more details because he
I don't
didn't
know if
go
the
into
Earth
enough.
I don't know if the Earth is solid all the way through, but I
Yeah.
will say I believe 100% that it has a core.
Yeah. Well, I will say I what convinces me there's there's many layers underneath what we are living on. Many layers. Because where does magma come from? Somewhere underneath the crust. Somewhere. How deep that goes, I don't know.
Or is it the Earth's blood, man?
It is. It is. And so the earth is crying because we have too much carbon dioxide in the air. That's what's happening, why we have all these volcanoes exploding.
Yo, that's another thing. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to be done with this so we can get back to conspiracies because I got some cool ones. I found some. All right.
Well, guys, we're already 1 minute over. We're gonna kill the streams from
Yo,
here.
everybody, go to pilled.net, PILLED.net, pilled.net. Create your account because we're gonna continue this fun topic, and we're gonna finish up this Joe Rogan experience with Terrance Howard. And if I look, you don't just need a tinfoil hat for this talk, you need a whole satellite. Put the whole satellite on your head. All right, we're gonna do this.
If the Earth stopped spinning, we would all be dizzy.
What if the Earth isn't spinning? What if the Earth is not spinning? What if the sky is spinning?
No.
What if we're the center of the universe?
Okay, guys, I'm killing the streams, and we're gonna go exclusively on Pilled now.
That'd be cool. We are literally the center of the universe.